So let's just talk about the best case, worst case and the average case analysis of algorithm. So first of all, let's just talk about the worst case. So the worst case evaluates the maximum time or the number of steps an algorithm would take for the most unfavorable input. So here it provides one upper limit or the upper bound on runtime, and it is very vital to prepare system for the worst possible scenario. Like an example, suppose we have one list of numbers. Now here if we wanted to perform the linear search, linear search is something where we look for the element one after another. So first of all we check here, then we compare with this element, then we compare with this until we found a match. So this is our linear search. Now let's just talk about the worst case in case of this linear search. So here the size of the array is 5 and you can see the array is unsorted. So in the worst case scenario, the element that we are searching for can be at the last position of the array. In that case, we have to perform total of 5 comparisons. Then we get to know that we have the element at the end of the array. And also if the target element is not present, that is also the worst case. So in that case also we have to compare with all of the elements just to be sure about that the element is not present in this array. So in the first case the element can be at the last position, and in the second case the element not present in the array at all. So in both the cases all the elements of the array are compared. So it takes total n comparisons. N is the size of the array. So in the worst case the time complexity will be O of n, where n is the size of the array. So let's now talk about the best case scenario. Suppose we have this list of numbers. Now while performing the linear search, so the best case is when we find the element at the first position. So in the best case, because we are just performing only one comparison, the time complexity will be O of 1. So O of 1 means this takes constant time. So let's now talk about this average case time complexity. So in average case, the element that we are looking for can be anywhere in the list. So here we determine the average time taken by the algorithm across all possible inputs. So here we have to consider every input scenario and its probability. So because of this, computing this average case can be complex. Now the element you are looking for can be any of these positions. So here it can take 1 to 5 comparisons. So we can find average of that. So if we search for any random element, on average we have to perform n plus 1 by 2 comparisons. So for the size 5, so we have to do 3 comparisons. Now if we talk about the time complexity, so here it will take O of n. N is the size of the array. So in case of the linear search, in worst case it will take O of n. So in best case it will take the constant time O of 1, and in average case it will take the time O of n. The worst case analysis is most practical and useful approach for algorithm design, especially for real-time systems. So hope you understand about the best case, worst case and the average case analysis of algorithm. See you in the next one. Take care.